the time out to do this video. No, I got like 15 minutes before my shift start. Actually, a little over 15 minutes, but I'll take about maybe 10 to 15 minutes to break this down. So, Caitlin Clark continues her losing ways, basically as the Indiana Fever are 1-8 as they get blew out by the Seattle Storm. And ever since Caitlin Clark basically has emerged as the savior, the the savior, the messiah of basketball for women, uh, she has to understand that the expectations come with criticism. You can't sit up there and want people to, sing your high praises when everything is going good. See, the thing is now, what's going to make you great, a legend, and make you live up to the hype is how you fix things, make things better. So this is the real test. This is where it really begins. But I see this thing, and like I said before, and I heard 7-8 basically speak on this too. A lot of people on YouTube are just fake. And they're just thirsty and desperate for views. They patent and, model their channel after, basically putting out a lot of junk. They see what's out there. They see what's the quickest way to grow your channel and basically be a op and cater to a certain group of people. It's more racist people out there and bigoted people than they are people that call it right down the middle and fairness. And it's proven time and time again. If you are a Black content creator, the quickest way to grow your channel is to constantly attack your own community. So in other words, that says a lot about the people that subscribe to these type of channels. And then they get mad and get upset when you call them out. But I'm going to continue to do it. And she has to understand. She has to understand. She has to understand that she's going to be critiqued. And what bothers me is this thing with Eminem. And one of the things that used to irritate me the most about the whole Eminem thing, you can't have a fair assessment of Eminem. And you could just really be speaking from just what you like to listen to and based off your eardrum, what is hearing. Is your eardrum taking a liking to what you hear? And it's always been this thing, even from Black people to white people, to join forces together to protect Eminem at all costs. It's always been this thing. Everybody except Eminem is off limits. If Eminem makes a bad song, you can't critique it. And when I hear a lot of these Black artists, and this is another reason why I don't respect Busta Rhymes, and to a certain degree, I fell back on Dr. Dre. As a Black man, whatever form of entertainment you in, you should never say a white person can do anything better than you. That's always been the problem. That's a slave mentality. You should say you're just as good or better. And to hear people sit up there and say Eminem is better than me, I would never say no white content creator is better than me. I'll give them credit. I'll say I like their stuff, but I'll never say they better than me. And that's always been with Eminem. Eminem is off limits. You can criticize any other rapper except Eminem. If you criticize Eminem, you're a hater, you're a racist, you're this, you're jealous. Nobody's jealous of Eminem. And you see this with Caitlin Clark now. If you say, hey, the Indiana Fever is one of the, oh, you're a hater. You just don't like her because she's white. I don't know her. But at the end of the day, the expectations, the hype around her for a woman who's won absolutely nothing, failed on the collegiate level, right now is failing on a professional level. She got all these accolades. Got all these endorsement deals. Now, as far as her overall play goes, she's doing well. I have to admit that she's doing well, but the problem is she's not being a game changer. And for people to say, well, it's too early, but y'all put this label on her saying that she was the Messiah and she was going to make an immediate impact. So at the end of the day, based off the fact that her team is 1-8, we have the right. They made her the Messiah. They made her the savior. So at the end of the day, we have the right to critique her. Stop acting like we can't criticize Caitlin Clark. We can. We have the right. When I hear people that are not black criticize LeBron James or criticize Anthony Edwards or criticize, Stephen Diggs or criticize Lamar Jackson, criticize Patrick Mahomes, I don't sit up there because they say, hey, this didn't happen. They need to do this. They need to do that. I don't say, oh, you're a racist. You're a racist. You're a racist. But so did you say something about Caitlin Clark? And then another thing I see, you have a lot of black content creators that try to play off of that. You guys are weak, man. You guys are cornballs. Like, you guys are pathetic. So once again, Caitlin Clark, she accepted this. So you have to take the good with the bad. But I'm seeing the Eminem thing with her. Caitlin Clark gonna have to understand. We're gonna be hard on her. We're gonna be tough on her. I'm not gonna let you coons and you white supremacists act like we can't say anything about her and try to pull that, oh, it's because she's white stuff. Because you love to tell us that something isn't about color. So we finna give y'all a taste of y'all own medicine. It's not about color. Race doesn't matter. And I'm just critiquing the team. Y'all were the ones that decided to televise almost all of their games. Well, they're losing. They're not winning. So now what? She the one that got this multi-million-dollar Nike deal. She got all these endorsements. So she has to live up to the hype. She has to deliver. She accepted this. And at the same time, when people were attacking Angel Reese, she said nothing. She didn't tell them, hey, lay off of her. She said nothing. But you saw the racism with Caitlin Clark last year. When she was doing the You Can't See Me thing, it was all good. They thought it was swag. They thought it was the greatest thing they ever saw, even though that You Can't See Me thing came from a black guy, Tony Yayo, that John Cena hijacked and turned it into a multi-million-dollar entity for the WWE as they, basically started selling apparel. But then as soon as Angel Reese did it, all of a sudden she was under attack. They made her out to be the worst thing in the world. And then when they eliminated Angel Reese's team from, the college championships, the tournament, then you saw all the racism and hatred towards Angel Reese. But then when they got eliminated, when Iowa lost, instead of them celebrating the team that beat them, they were sitting up there pandering to her. And then they get invited to the White House by Joe Biden, who further proves what he is. So she has to understand this comes with the territory. You have to take the good with the bad. And I am not going to give Caitlin Clark a pass. I have the right to criticize her, just like I have the right to criticize Eminem. I'm not going to sit up here and say Eminem made a good album if I don't think it's good, or say it's excellent, because it's going to bring me views and all this kind of stuff. But like I said before, I know what you black content creators be doing. You're pandering, and you're weak, and you're pathetic. I can look at the numbers. I look at how one guy's channel will grow You got to ask yourself, a dude that'll constantly attack his own community could gain anywhere from 10 to 15,000 subscribers in a month. That says a lot about the people that watch his channel. If he's constantly, and then if you look at the title of his videos, how he or she may title their videos in the form of it's an attack on black people. And then you look at the comment section, you'll see people praising them and all this stuff. See, oh, this is a great channel. Oh, you think it's a great channel because you're seeing a sellout in a Sambo going in on his own community. Like I said, once again, it says a lot about you. Like I said before, if I took the pattern that a lot of these other niggas did to build their channels up, I could prove it. If I switched up tomorrow and started saying all this stuff and pampering and Baby and Ryan Garcia and attacking black content creators, I guarantee you, I could have 50,000 subscribers by the end of the month. But I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to compromise my channel. I guess you thought I was joking, huh? So there you have it. It's a ploy. We have the right to criticize Caitlin Clark. We have the right to criticize Eminem. So it will continue. I'm not going to watch what I say because white people may get mad. Hey, man, you can't talk about Eminem because he's white. You can't talk about Caitlin Clark. Why can't I? If she's not playing good or her team is not good, we're going to criticize her. The same thing with LeBron. Y'all are the ones that make this about race. So like I said, so a white guy can criticize a black athlete. A white guy can criticize a black rapper and say he don't like his music, but he's not racist. But if we criticize Eminem or criticize Caitlin Clark, is reverse racism. Make that make sense. And by the way, there's no such thing as no damn reverse racism. To exercise racism, you have to be in a position of power. And we all know we're not in a position of power. Everybody has some type of biased beliefs, whether it's racial or whether it's just whatever, whether it's gender. We do to a certain extent because we're human. So for the people that's sitting up here making these videos saying that we're hating on Caitlin Clark because she's white, no, we're criticizing Caitlin Clark because we have a right to. Like I said before, what it looked like, somebody said, hey man, I don't like the latest Snoop Dogg album. But then they like 2 short albums, then they like whatever. Some new music by, I don't know, Rakim or some people like that, or some new Scarface music. And then they say, hey, I don't like the new Snoop Dogg album. Oh man, you're a racist. I kind of would look stupid. You don't have to like everything. And just because somebody say they don't like something that's being put out or presented by somebody that's white doesn't mean it's because they're white. And just because a white person say he don't like a black artist's music, doesn't necessarily make him a racist. So I'm saying y'all got to have that same energy. We have the right to criticize Caitlin Clark. And then y'all will sit up there and say, here's the thing, y'all will say it's racism towards Caitlin Clark, but then according to y'all, racism doesn't exist. It's a myth. It's a theory. What happened to that terminology, critical race theory? Oh, so now it's not critical race theory when it pertains to Caitlin Clark. It's racism. Shut the fuck up. there you have it. Anyway, enough is enough. Just wanted to put that out there. And closing, we are going to criticize Caitlin Clark. Deal with it. You hear that, Sambos? You hear that, WSs? You hear that? You know what I'm saying?